Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. And now, max out your savings. The more you buy, the more you save on beds, bases, and more. Plus, get free home delivery on any smart bed with base. Limited time. Check it out at a Sleep Number store near you or at sleepnumber.com today.
Everyone wants to be stronger, not just physically, but in every part of life. But between confusing workout advice, complicated equipment, and trying to figure out nutrition, where does anyone even start? Well, to get stronger mentally and physically, go to Anytime Fitness. You'll get a personalized training, nutrition, and recovery plan, all customized to your body, your strength level, and your goals. You'll get expert coaching to optimize your results, anytime, anywhere, in the gym, and on the Anytime Fitness app. And you'll get anytime access to 5,500 gyms worldwide, all with the right equipment to level up your strength gains and your life. So get started at AnytimeFitness.com. That's AnytimeFitness.com.
AFR On Demand is brought to you by Breck Golf. Try Beaver Creek today, just 20 minutes from downtown Baton Rouge in the Zachary area. They've got a PGA Tour driving range, a short game practice area, 30 to 40-yard practice shots. It's a great place to chip and putt and practice if you don't have time for a full round. Book your tee time today, golf.breck.org, golf.breck.org.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Raising Cane Studios.
Let's ride! Woo!
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. I'm Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
You, Sue, and Mr. Toby Tomplin. All right. We're here. Glad you are as well. 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us. And oh, by the way, it's a hump day.
It's hump day.
Bird Jawsbury, LSU's new full-time AD, dropping the interim tag.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
But not really.
Hump day.
Because apparently removing the interim tag and being the permanent AD are not the same thing.
It's hump day.
That's according to LSU's new university president.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Hasn't even officially taken the job.
Hump day.
And he's already screwed up.
It's hump day.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Stay hot, Tigers.
Hump day.
Whit Week's doubtful.
It's hump day.
Carius Curran improving.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Julian Council was here last hour talking some Panthers.
Hump day.
He's a little cocky.
It's hump day.
I mean, I get it. The Panthers are 5-4.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
They've won a few games.
Hump day.
They're a home favorite.
It's hump day.
They should win the game.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
They also got shut out by Atlanta on their home field, 30-0.
Hump day.
They also got pounded by New England, 42-13.
It's hump day.
They also got embarrassed by the Bills on their home field, 40-9.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
I know the Saints aren't good.
Hump day.
But, dog, neither are you.
It's hump day.
You're 30th in the NFL in passing offense.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
You're middle of the pack in scoring defense.
Hump day.
You've been blown out 3 times.
It's hump day.
You've been shut out once.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Don't tell me you just... I asked him what the blueprint was. He's like, just show up.
Hump day.
What?
It's hump day.
It's the NFL, man.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Okay.
Hump day.
I mean, I want the Saints to lose all their games and get the number 1 pick.
It's hump day.
But now I'm kind of hoping they win on Sunday so I can run back that audio.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
Let's go out there and win 30-7.
Hump day.
Make for a good follow-up interview.
And have the 7 be a garbage time touchdown.
It's hump day.
Russ Mitchell in 10 minutes.
Mike. What day is it, Mike?
All right, let's get going here. Speaking of Saints-Panthers on Sunday, the initial injury report is out for the two teams. For New Orleans, we're going to keep an eye on a couple of key injuries. Talais Fuaga, unfortunately, a DNP on Wednesday with the ankle injury. He was carted off the field this past Sunday after suffering that injury. So if you don't have Talais Fuaga, and of course you're without Eric McCoy, you just traded Trevor Penning. That means you'll have your rookie left tackle, Kelvin Banks. You'll have Cesar Ruiz at right guard. And then a whole lot of question marks after that. Dylan Radins, I'm assuming, is going to go ahead and be your starting left guard in place of Trevor Penning, who got traded. But certainly some question marks this week. So Fuaga, DNP with the ankle injury. The others only 2 others on the injury report limited. Alvin Kamara with an ankle injury. Jack Stoll limited with an ankle injury. And then 4 players listed on the injury report, but full participants. They were Taysom Hill with the knee, Cam Jordan with the ankle. Barry Wesley's got a hip. And then Jonah Williams with a shoulder. So Barry Wesley is a tackle. He is currently on the injured reserve list. He's on IR, but he's returned to practice. So we'll see if he's able to get out there at some point. Saints certainly look like they're going to need some help on that offensive line with some of these injuries. As for Carolina, the one to watch this week, I'll give you 2. One is Rico Dowdle, who's the most important. I mean, Dowdle has been the former South Carolina Gamecock, if the name sounds familiar. Dowdle's been around the league now for a half dozen years, but has just kind of been a backup rotational player, and he has exploded this year in Carolina. He's averaging nearly 6 yards a carry. He's already run for over 700 yards in this early season, so he's been awesome. He was a DNP on Wednesday with a quadricep injury, so that's going to be one to watch as the week goes on. Very likely just giving him rest because there's no need to run him out there and challenge him. Just let him heal this week, but we're going to keep an eye on that because that is significant if Dowdle is limited for whatever reason. Chandler Zavala, their guard, a DNP with the elbow. The others, there are 4 others. Lathan Ransom was limited with an illness, and then the 3 all full participants. Former LSU Tiger Damian Lewis with an oblique, but he's a full participant. Cade Mays, their starting center, he's got an ankle and a knee. He was a full participant, but ankle and a knee. That's 2 things going on right there. Not just the ankle, not just the knee. He's got the ankle and the knee. That's the double whammy with the ankle and the knee.
A lot of issues going on there with the leg.
Yeah.
Ankle, knee.
Ankle,
it's
knee.
Tough.
No foot.
No toe. That's the big one, Scott.
That is the big one. I was getting there. So we're working our way down. Knee, ankle, foot, toe. The toe epidemic seems we appear to have the toe epidemic quarantined in New Orleans.
Yeah.
You'd hate to see it spread elsewhere, though. But Damian Lewis, another offensive lineman, as we just mentioned, though. Nothing wrong with the leg.
Legs are good.
Just an oblique. And then Princely Uman Mielen, also a full participant with, he's also got an ankle. Ankle epidemics now, combined with the Saints and the Panthers. Hate to see it. Ankle serious. When you get the ankle and the knee combined, you combine the ankle and the knee, trouble.
You can barely move.
Hard to.
Yeah.
Add a toe, disabled. All right, we'll keep you posted on Saints, Panthers as they move throughout the week. Honey Boo Boo and the self-important dweebs in the hotel ballroom in suburban Dallas yesterday put out their rankings. I don't care at all about their rankings because it's going to change a million times. There's still 4 weeks worth of games plus the championship weekend of games. This is nothing more than a TV show. I'm not going to react to it because I don't care. It's wholly irrelevant. what they did. The only thing that I think is interesting is the odds makers have put out hypothetical odds for the games based on the initial ranking. So as to say, if you look at the 12 ranking, the top 12 as they came out, if those games were to happen, this is what the point spreads would look like. This is up at LouisianaSports.net, by the way. It's free under the sports betting section. Everything always free over at LouisianaSports.net. So in the first round, Georgia would be a 21.5-point favorite. These would be home games on campus. Georgia, 21.5 against Memphis. Texas Tech would be a 2.5-point underdog at home against Oregon. Ole Miss, 15.5-point favorite against Virginia. What do you think the odds are that the Hoos actually make it?
Not good.
Yeah, not good.
Not good.
And then Notre Dame at BYU. Notre Dame would be a 7.5-point road favorite in Provo. That's the kind of thing why I love playoffs. And I love on camp. Like Notre Dame having to go to Provo in December at Lavelle Edwards Stadium. Who doesn't want? That's the thing I keep saying. Like people, we don't need to expand the playoff. Are you high? Who doesn't want Oregon at Texas Tech? Who doesn't want Notre Dame at BYU in a playoff game? Like who doesn't want to watch that? No, I'm good. Ridiculous. Then if chalk holds and you were looking at the quarterfinals, you'd have a Georgia-Alabama rematch. Bama would be a 1-point favorite over Georgia, neutral site.
Kirby's worst nightmare.
They did win in Athens. Ohio State, again, these would be neutral site. Ohio State 12.5 against Texas Tech.
That tracks, yeah.
A&M 4 over Ole Miss. Indiana 12 over BYU. And Bama 20 over Memphis.
Yeah. Dude, give me all those points with Indiana. I'll lay anything with them right now.
How did they have Memphis advancing? That can't be right. Because they had Georgia winning. Memphis wouldn't be advancing.
Yeah, you said Bama twice. You said Bama a 1-point favorite over Georgia.
Oh, I see what they did. They did the odds, the hypothetical matchup based on who won. Right? So both possible scenarios in the quarters, depending on who won, is how they did it. So, how about Ohio State 11.5 over Oregon?
That's interesting.
I mean, it's just so clear. Like, if you look at... So, they also have odds to finish the regular season undefeated. Indiana, Ohio State, both at minus 400. Minus 400 to finish undefeated. Basically saying you'd have to bet 400 to win 100.
I mean, Indiana's last three opponents, their combined record again in conference?
No, I don't know.
0-16. They haven't won a game.
Oh, God.
That's their last three conference games. They have not won a game in conference.
God bless. They're dump trucking everybody.
I know.
A&M plus $1.50 and BYU plus 700. Those are the remaining unbeatens. And then championship odds, if you're just looking at to win the national championship, Ohio State plus 220, Indiana plus 450, Alabama plus 650, A&M plus 750. Then you start to get the longer odds. Notre Dame plus 1,000, Oregon plus 1,100, Georgia, Texas Tech, Ole Miss plus 1,800. If you want Lane Kiffin, you just want Ole Miss to lose. If you want Lane Kiffin to be the LSU coach, you just want to lose. Anyway, fascinating to see it. LSU still has odds, by the way. Oh, no, they don't. They have odds to make the playoff, but it's far. You'd have to win out and get a lot of help. But in any event, it's just interesting because what my takeaway from those are Ohio State, Indiana, gigantic favorites to run this thing through. So we'll see. All right, after further review, Hump Day Show is brought to you by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Quick break, Russ Mitchell next, AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by Clegg's Nursery, 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area. You know where they are. Segan Air Airline, LA 16 in Denham, Mid-City on Don Moore, and the Garden Center on Greenwell Springs. Tell you every day to buy local and shop local over at Clegg's Nursery. And now is the time to just plant something. Every single day, they're getting shipments of new, beautiful fall flowers in at all 4 locations. So get your hands in the dirt, just plant something. Add those fall colors, those beautiful fall flowers and bedding plants. They got them. And with this cooler weather, something I've learned over the years, endorsing Clegg's Nursery, this is the time to plant trees and shrubs with this cooler weather. So maybe you want privacy shrubs or shrubs in the front of your home. Maybe you want to plant a tree that'll grow and flourish, that you'll get years of enjoyment for your family and future generations. this is the time to just plant something. So buy local, shop local, and tell them Matt sent you to Clegg's Nursery.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com. Russ Mitchell.
Kicking the tires and lighting the fires.
Russ!
Literally.
Well, I'm proud of Russ. I think Russ deserves it.
It's football!
Rusty, come on up here.
Absolutely, I thought that was going to happen because it's state. It's supposed to happen.
You know, I haven't had much of a chance to talk to you man to man, Russ.
How are things out there at DBU?
I want you to stay here and take care of things, Russ.
The only way you can point up is up.
Not going in our yard, Russ. It's going in our living room.
Just like Troy.
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
Put your foot on his throat and choke him out.
Take it, Russ.
Time change got you again?
I got a little movement here for you, and I'll stick away from. The whole daylight savings thing is. When I moved to Arizona, I love it here. It's nice and warm, but every single year, this daylight savings crushes me. You would think I would have it figured out after 30 years, but every year absolutely kills me.
Oh, man. So good.
But at least I know, hey. At least I know what the word interim means.
Oh, man.
I don't think we can embarrass ourselves anymore around the nation, and then stuff like that happens.
I mean, the direct quote was, I'll read you the direct quote from Wade Roos, because I don't want to misquote him. I want to give you the exact quote of what he said.
Go ahead.
I'm finding it on Twitter, on Piper Hutchinson's Twitter. Here it is. This is the direct quote. All right, I'm quoting the new president, the newly elected president of Louisiana State University.
Him.
No, I'm not killing him. He's killing himself.
Go ahead.
He kind of crushed himself here. Quote.
Okay.
I don't know what permanent means versus wait. I don't know what permanent means versus removing the interim.
Well, at least he's not the president of the school, because if that was the president of the school, you would think that would be part of something he's already learned.
I guess he's not the president of the school officially for another 12 days.
We'll see. So officially, he probably doesn't know what the word officially means.
I mean, I'm trying really hard not to do the thing that I would often do in a situation like this, which is yell and scream and get red-faced and yell and start sweating. And I'm trying to give everyone here the benefit of the doubt after a really long, tumultuous week. But yesterday felt like we had moved to a point where they elected a president, they had named an AD, there was stability and alignment that everybody wanted, and less than 24 hours later, they screwed it up!
Well, I go on other shows and everybody knows that I have connections to LSU, and it's been a hard week to go around the country on shows. So let's just jump into the weekend review, shall we?
We shall. What do you think was the most significant result?
I think Texas, and not in the way that people think. I mean, Texas obviously winning was helpful. It really hurt Vandy. I mean, that's Texas. You can see that the playoff committee doesn't have a tremendous amount of confidence in Texas, and they shouldn't, because which Texas team is going to show up? You can't even tell inside the game which Texas team is going to show up, by quarter to quarter. They're so frenetic. The first half they played fantastic. They were the team that was advertised during the summer. They were spectacular, even better than they were against Oklahoma. The fourth quarter was ridiculous. They looked like they did for most of the game against Kentucky, the game against Florida, the game against State. So, I thought that was the most impactful game because it killed Vandy. their chances of making to the playoff. I don't see a road for them to get to the playoff now. They don't have a win, and they won't have a signature win. And for Texas, it wasn't enough to get them over the hump, and now they find themselves in a precarious place. So that was the game of the weekend. Outcome.
I'm surprised you didn't go Oklahoma, Tennessee, because that, for all intents and purposes, eliminates Tennessee and keeps Oklahoma's playoff shots alive.
Yeah, and I mean, Oklahoma, if you watched that game on TV, if you didn't, you missed a spectacle of pure SEC finest. It was just so much fun, a lot of color and lights. It was great. And then Tennessee's offense came on the field, and it was just a throw in whatever adjective you want. It was ugly.
Okay.
Quarterback turnovers. They channeled their inner LSU rushing offense. They averaged 1.8 yards a carry. It was abysmal, and Oklahoma wins. But, again, Oklahoma is too far down, I think, really, to get the bump up into the playoff. They have the Michigan win out of conference, but I think they're also going to be on the outside looking in, and Tennessee's out now.
Hugh Freeze got fired. You surprised that didn't work? I am.
I'm surprised, particularly because, the defense played and has been playing fairly well for Auburn this season. 3 points at home. Again, it's not just that they lost. It's not just that it was the first win in conference for Kentucky all season. It's the fact that Kentucky only scores 10 points and you lose at home by they only got in the red zone once against Kentucky. So, I'm surprised that the offense was that bad. At the end of the day, he whiffed at quarterbacks. He went into the portal, he went into the transfer, tried to get quarterbacks in to run his offense, and he never could. Yeah. And that was his demise.
Georgia got a scare from Florida, but they win again. And their only blemish is the home loss to Bama, where if Kirby doesn't have a brain fart and kicks a field goal from the 10-yard line in the fourth quarter, Bama, they shut out Bama in the fourth quarter of that game. I'm curious how real Georgia is, because they're gonna win out. They're gonna go to the SEC championship game, and they're gonna be in the playoff. And I'm curious if they're actually a contender.
Usually, I listen to people say, "Oh, gritty performance," and they hang in there and they win, which championship teams do. Championship teams win. Yes, but that's only half the story. Championship teams blow out bad teams. That's what national championship teams blow out bad opponents. Florida's a bad team. Good teams play up or down to their opponents, right? They play the best opponents close and they grit them out and they win, but they blow out. Championship teams blow out bad opponents. I don't think Georgia's a championship team. I think they're a really good team. And by the way, look out for State. Look out for Starkville this weekend. I don't think that's an absolute given at all.
We'll get to that in a sec, in the next segment. Just one counter thought there. Ohio State won the national championship last year and lost to a 500 Michigan team on their home field.
Yep.
They didn't blow out a bad team.
No, but they beat many bad teams along the way. That was a rivalry game, and I think those ones in particular stick out. The college football, I heard someone talking about this recently. College football, and I agree, is with every month is becoming more and more like the NFL.
Yes, which is why I don't think you look for blowouts like we used to.
Yeah, but when you look at teams that are dominating, even in the NFL, they handle games they're supposed to handle, right? And then they might lose one or two along the way, but every single game, Georgia's playing down to the wire, right? It's just like Texas. Every single game, Texas is playing down to the wire. That's not what you expect. By the way, I put Georgia up a little bit above Texas, and they've got that game coming up down the line. But so we'll get to see it on the field. But, Ohio State was peaking as they got to the end. They lost that rivalry game, and I tend to put those rivalry games sort of on a pedestal. But I don't see Georgia playing football right now the way Ohio State was at the end of the season last year.
Like when Ohio State lost to Michigan?
Exactly. In the rivalry game? Yeah.
Yeah. Or like how Green Bay was a double-digit favorite at home over the Panthers and lost last week?
There were a couple teams that lost last week.
I know.
Indiana had 6 turnovers. 6 turnovers and only lost. What was the ratio? It was 6-1 on turnovers, and they lost by 7 points to Pittsburgh on the road.
Hey, man.
That I've never seen that. I don't think I've ever seen that. Like, can you think of a college game where one team had that many turnovers to the other team, but squeaked out a 1-possession win?
Just ask, because it's very clear. Like, I agree with you. Like, the floor has been raised. But that's why I'm not throwing dirt on Georgia, because I think everybody is just going to have weeks like this. It's just everyone is having weeks like this. There just isn't a dominant team in the country. It's just fascinating to see how it might all play out, because I do legitimately think that there's a dozen teams that could win the national championship this year. Like, would you be stunned if Ole Miss won the national championship? I wouldn't. You get the right draw. They could go win anywhere.
The crazy thing, and this is new in my career covering college football, which goes over 3 decades plus. Usually you say, don't ask me in August, ask me in October. Mm-hmm. Now you really have to ask at the end of November, because it's how the team is playing as they get into the playoffs. How the team is, are they healthy? Do they have the quarterback? Are they playing well as they get towards the end? That's how you really know who are the teams that have a chance to win the national championship. We need a couple more weeks.
All right, we're into November. We'll talk about the November slate when we come back. Russ Mitchell's with us. We're brought to you by Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service, ShawBillsTire.com, ShawBillsTire.com. With locations all over South Louisiana, find the location nearest you at ShawBillsTire.com. Remember, name brand tires at wholesale prices. They'll treat you like family, so you keep coming back year after year after year. Oil change, tire rotations, brakes squeaking, check engine light on, whatever's going on with your vehicle. You need service, you go to Shaw Bills. You need to buy tires, best tires, cheapest price, you go to Shaw Bills. ShawBillsTire.com. ShawBillsTire.com for more than 50 years. Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service. Shaw Bills, where we keep you rolling. All right, we'll preview this weekend slate with Russ Mitchell when we come back, including LSU's trip to Tuscaloosa. Can the Tigers get the interim bump and pull the upset? We'll ask Russ next. It's AFR.
AFR.
Y'all, we're into Q4. You're a business owner, probably like us here at Guarantee Media, going through budgets right now for next year. And if you're thinking about, right, what can we do to make our business more efficient, it's probably going to start with people. Getting the right people in your organization in the right roles. If you've struggled with hiring, you need Glow Resources. It's at least, at bare minimum, worth that meeting, that conversation, to let Glow Resources explain to you how they tap into their network far and wide to find their process, to find the exact best person for your job. And they judge themselves, their success, on how long the employee they choose stays with your business. And they have a 96% success rate. If it doesn't work, they'll give you a prorated refund or find you a new employee for free. It's Glow Resources. GLO. GlowResources.com.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
All right, Russ Mitchell's with us. Hangs out every Wednesday. We talk some SEC for a couple of segments. We'll get to LSU, Bama here in just a smidge. And let's start with the one that you just alluded to a bit ago. You said Georgia going to Starkville isn't any sure thing. Very, very nice Parrish Construction Roofing hat. Thank you very much. I was holding it into the camera. Okay, you said Georgia, not a sure thing going to Stark Vegas. All right. Why do you think that this is maybe a big challenge lying in wait for the Georgia Bulldogs?
Tell Ryan I want one of the purple and gold Parrish hats.
I can make that happen.
All right. First of all, don't look now, but Mississippi State should be 7-2. right? I mean, think about it. They threw they choked away the win in Florida.
Texas, they definitely gagged that one away.
Yeah.
A 17-point fourth quarter lead. Yeah.
They gagged the Florida game. They were in field goal range, and they threw an interception with 30 seconds left. They shouldn't have been throwing.
Yeah, you're right.
They were already there.
Yeah.
They should be 7-2. With, by the way, one of those wins against the Arizona State team that's 6-3. I mean, this is not a bad Mississippi State team, right? I know their conference record right now, they're sitting at at 5-4, and they got the one win. But keep an eye on State. Keep an eye on this game. And State wants to try to maintain possession. I don't think State wins, but I think it'll be closer than the spread. The spread right now is like what, 9?
8.5, yeah.
Yeah, I like State in this game to keep it close. It's a loud place. I think it wouldn't surprise me at all if Georgia's looking ahead on the schedule. This is a team that likes to play physical, likes to punch you in the face. They just don't have as many horses as Georgia does, or the winning tradition. But I think it'll be a lot closer. Georgia's going to want to run the ball. State doesn't have the greatest run defense. That's why I think they win. But I think it'll be a lot tighter than a lot of folks think.
What about A&M going on the road to Missouri? No, it looks like no Bo Pribula for Missouri, which makes that one really complicated for Mizzou to try to pull an upset, even though they are at home.
Yeah, Missouri's quarterback situation is, you can put any adjective you want in there. Shaky. Bo's out with the dislocated ankle and the bad ligament, so he's done for the year. Sam Horn's been sitting on the bench since the first game of the season. He's probably practicing for the Dodgers already. You got some true freshman named Matt Zollers. He's gonna he's gonna start. He's gonna start again.
Sam Horn's practicing for the Dodgers.
The best defense in the SEC. A defense that makes good offenses with senior quarterbacks look one-dimensional. And Matt Zollers will be playing. A&M right now, we've talked about, all of your listeners, this won't come as a shock because we've talked about it all season, but almost all season. A&M is amongst the top in the nation in holding opponents on third down attempts. They lead the SEC in SEC play. They're only allowing 15% conversions on third down, and it's November. So, yeah, I don't think Missouri's got, unless their defense really steps it up.
That was going to be my question, Russ, because I do think, look, we saw Harlan Berry run for 7 yards a carry in the first half, so Ahmad Hardy might be able to run. I'm more wondering, do you think that Missouri's defense can keep them in it? I mean, State's defense pitched a shutout against A&M for a half.
I think also because you had a fifth-year senior quarterback who they had to pay some attention to, I mean, and they were playing. I don't think it's apples to apples. I think that they're going to be a one-dimensional offense, and it wouldn't surprise me if Matt Zollers makes 9 mistakes.
Okay.
So I expect them to lose badly.
Auburn at Vandy. You always had the question when a coach gets fired, you get the interim bump. Vandy, disappointing loss to Texas, though they got blown out. I mean, it was a wonderful backdoor cover, how they rallied late to make it close, but they got blown out of Texas. Auburn interim bump on the road in Nashville. DJ Durkin?
You fire the offensive mastermind, and the offense is going to score more points. I don't know. Look,
makes perfect sense, right?
I think Vanderbilt's offense is better than Auburn's offense, and they're playing at home. So, last time I checked, points determine who the winner is, and I think Vandy will score more points. So Vandy's a better team. They should win at home.
What about Florida at Kentucky?
This is an interesting game. I'm actually very much looking forward to this game. Lagway has to spark the offense. It's the only way they're going to win this game. And right now, he's not playing complete games. He keeps making mistakes. And say what you will about Kentucky, but in SEC play, Kentucky actually ranks 8th in the conference in sacks and 5th in the conference in tackles for loss. So their defensive front seven, the defense is able to get over across the line of scrimmage and make impactful plays. And, I think they will in this game too. It's in Lexington. I like Kentucky is that an upset? What's the spread in that one?
Florida 3.5.
Yeah, I like Kentucky with the point. Get the points and take Kentucky.
All right, LSU is going to go to Tuscaloosa, and Ole Miss is playing the Citadel. We'll just skip that one.
No, I'm not talking.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that either. So LSU is going to go to Tuscaloosa. They're coming off the bye and all that stuff. Interim bump. They're Frank Wilson. They're going to run the football. New OC. All that stuff. Bama keeps winning, but they're not winning impressively. So LSU's got good athletes. They just haven't played well all year. So what do you think?
Kelly and Sloan didn't play on the offensive line, so I don't think that suddenly the offensive line is going to play much better because you might change up the offensive scheme a little bit, maybe, but I want to see it. And look, Alabama's defense has made hay all season long. The schemes they like to do are stunts and overloads. That requires communication at the offensive line. You're playing in Bryant-Denny Stadium, which is not as loud as LSU, but if it's not far off. And you've got a bunch of freshmen where communication's a problem to begin with. So, I don't like that matchup. If you're looking for a bright spot, I don't think, LSU's defense doesn't give up big chunk plays. They give up a lot of 10 to 20-yard pass plays. They're average there. But when you look at chunk plays, 20-plus passing or running, 30, 40, 50, they're the best in the SEC. Problem is,
okay. I was like, wait, there's got to be something else there. That was a long
problem
pause.
Is, where they struggle is pass defense 10 to 20, and that's exactly where Alabama is good. They almost lead the conference throwing the ball 10 to 20 yards down the field. And, Simpson is 20 touchdowns with only one interception. I don't see them making mistakes. I see their defensive line controlling your offensive line. I don't see LSU running the ball. I see them being able to control the pass play, the short yardage pass play downfield. And I like Alabama by, I don't know. I like Alabama by at least one possession, somewhere between, 7 to 10 points.
When are you coming to Baton Rouge so we can go to Supper Club?
By the way, there's a butter cake at Supper Club.
Yes, there is.
I've been admiring this online.
The butter cake is everyone loves the creme brulee because it's a show. It's fantastic, but they come out like it's as big as your torso, and they come out with this torch. They with a flame to torch it table side. But I'm telling you, man, the butter cake.
We'll get
them both.
I got a big torso.
You do have a big torso. I've seen you before.
I do want to say that the good book says, don't covet thy neighbor's wife, but it says nothing about coveting thy neighbor's butter cake.
It's true. It doesn't say anything about that.
Nope.
All right. We're going to get butter cake and creme brulee for dessert when you're here for Supper Club.
Good.
All right. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you later.
Later.
All right, that's Russ Mitchell. It's After Further Review. We are brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. As a matter of fact, the Our Lady of the Lake, they were kind enough to invite me to the Our Lady of the Lake Christmas party this year, which is actually going to be, incidentally, at Supper Club. It's a phenomenal place, and I love our friends over at Our Lady of the Lake for all the many, many, many ways that they give back and serve our communities as part of the Franciscan Missionaries of Our Lady Health System, which is a multi-state health system with of course, the regional medical center, standalone hospitals, Our Lady of Lourdes, St. Elizabeth, and then all, of course, the Lake After Hours clinics. And it's the standalone children's hospital, Our Lady of the Lake Children's Hospital. They're great ways that they give back to the LSU community, having the contract to take care of the students, not only the student athletes, but the student health center at the LSU campus. Amazing, world-renowned healthcare right here in our community. It's Our Lady of the Lake, a championship health partner of LSU Athletics. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU. Together, we roar. All right, y'all, it is After Further Review. We'll knock out our final break of the show. Come back. Jimmy will be here. We'll do a little Otter Locks. I love that college basketball is back in full swing. LSU basketball is on the floor tonight against Tarleton State. Jimmy has been in fuego the past couple of years in college basketball. Missed yesterday at Texas, covering against Duke. Missed on that one, but he hit with an outright winner with Arizona 2 nights ago against Florida. So we'll see what the Otters got for us in store tonight. We'll do Otter Locks when we come back to wrap up the show next.
AFR.
There are 1.5 million realtors in the United States of America. 1.5 million. Darren James, this year, on the Wall Street Journal Real Trends list of the top 1% of realtors in America, was number 14. Number 14 in the country. Darren James, right here in our community. 1.5 million realtors in the country. And when it comes to getting to a closing table, Darren James, number 14 in America. Yo, why would you hire anyone else? You need a realtor. Hire the realtor that sells more homes than anyone. You need to get to closing fast for the most amount of money. You need Darren James. He's got his guaranteed sale program. Agree to a price and a deadline. If Darren doesn't sell your home at that price by that deadline, he'll have your home bought with cash or he'll sell it for free. It's Darren James.
Think real estate, think Darren James.
After further review, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Down the stretch we come. Final segment here on this Hump Day edition of AFR, presented by Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Visit yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. A simple blood test can let you know if you're a candidate for hormone replacement therapy, get you back to feeling like your younger self again. Visit yourgoodwood.com. All right, find out what we're betting on tonight. Time for Otter Locks.
Otter Locks.
All right, time to win some money.
Presented by Total Maintenance AC Repair. Same-day service means you will never sleep hot. 480-1000. We are Total Maintenance.
I think it's safe to say that I won the bet.
Otter, how are you?
Doing good, Matthew. How about you, buddy?
I'm doing awesome. Looking forward to a relaxing evening without administrators reversing course, hiring people and not hiring them, and whatever the case may be. Just having a regular old relaxing evening.
Well, at this pace, we'll have our head coach tomorrow, so don't sweat it. We'll be we're moving fast, around here. So anyway, our buddy Paul Stone bailed us out with our best bet last night with the Ohio Bobcats. That was back and forth. We kind of we had a kickoff return for a touchdown. Fortunate, the other two did not come through. So we go to Paul Stone again. Sometimes you have to delegate. Call me Brian Kelly if you want, But anyway, so we got to delegate. Paul, give me a action tonight. He's going with Ball State. Ball State.
All right.
Minus the point in the first one there. And then if you looked at the Toledo Rockets back when we were doing action previews on the podcast for Bet Rivers, we were clearly Toledo had the best roster. Now, they have lost as double-digit favorites a lot during the tenure of Matt Campbell's successor over at Toledo. But it's when they are on, they're winning about 40 points or they're losing a close one. I think this is a night where they win by a lot. I'm going to lay the points 14.5, 15 against Northern Illinois tonight. Toledo at home. So, that Wednesday night action midweek road trip, well, sort of like that. And anyway, Matt, I'm sorry, I don't have any college basketball tonight, but I'm going to tell you this. I know I just heard you earlier.
All right.
I apologize. I was, Russ was, had me a little sideways with some of his commentary, but, my man is funny. Met him up. Can I say this?
Yeah.
You meet people in radio, not what I thought what he was going to look like.
You didn't picture a 6'5", 250-pound man?
Would you rather? No, I did not.
Like a literal giant?
Would you rather have a physical appearance that was better, or the sound and intelligence of a lot better? I don't know. Just kind of something to think about. But Russ he's a funny guy, man. I enjoyed meeting him in Pasadena for our pregame for the Rose Bowl game between UCLA and LSU. But I will say this: you going to the game tonight? A little bit on the Tigers tonight. We have beaten up this coach. We have beaten up this program, and rightfully so. But they are better, and we know that the former athletic director gave him a little extra player budget money this past year. They are better, so maybe a little bit the odds makers catching up with them. They should destroy Tarleton State tonight. So just a little something.
You want me to lay 15.5 on LSU basketball?
Yes. I mean, look. I have no official plays. That's just a little lanyard, okay?
Dr. Blake Williamson did fix your eyes, right? You can see. You've been able to see this team, yes?
What was their record last year? In conference. What was their conference record last year?
Did they win 2 games?
It will be better this year.
Oh,
okay. What I'm saying, well, it's the it will be better, and I think that maybe the point spread value has been driven so low.
Okay.
Might be a time.
That's
to
fair.
jump. Just saying, no.
Okay.
I mean, look.
All right.
In Raleigh, they had an unbelievable showing when the team came out for warm-ups. So we digress. But
where are you tomorrow?
Well, Hanny likes to keep close to home. He lives right off of Brightside, so in Riverbend. So we went to Mike Anderson's yesterday. We went to Modesto today. We're going to the original walk-ons tomorrow. So
love it.
Trying to keep Hanny happy.
Remaining.
Keep Hanny happy because he's pushing for Summerall. Just like Napier, just pushing for Summerall.
Oh my God! Condon back for a one-time appearance on the post-game show. All right, Otter. Thank you.
Good luck.
We'll see you. That's Jimmy Ott. It's after further review. Oh, God. I don't have time to reset the Billy Napier thing. We'll do it another time if you missed it. All right, we're getting out of here. Shout out to Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Awesome people over there, man. Gabe, Mary, the whole crew, Michael. We appreciate everybody at Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Look and feel your best. They can help. Yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. All right, we're getting out of here. Muse Pauly, thanks. Y'all have an awesome night. You missed anything, AFR On Demand Podcast or YouTube, you can find it there. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 from Court to Table on Burbank.
After further review.
And, if power went out at a place like Court to Table, storm comes and stay online, what do? Well, Arco Power Systems can help. Arco.com, Arco.com, Arco.com. You see restaurants, grocery stores, gas stations, broadcast facilities, whatever it is, whatever your business is, the storm comes, power goes out. How do you stay online? These critical backup energy solutions. It's Arco Power Systems. Listen, for decades now, Arco Power Systems has helped our critical infrastructure stay online during storms. Hospitals, roads, things that have to continue to operate. And by the way, not just in Louisiana. They got an office north in Little Rock, east in Mobile, west of San Antonio, Houston, Austin, Dallas, all over Louisiana. Check them out online. Generac Industrial Power. It's arco.com. ARCCO.